Namaste and welcome to the very first lecture of my series on human resource management. Whether you aspire to become a manager, entrepreneur, consultant, or HR professional, understanding HRM is very crucial. Why? Because people are the most valuable asset of any organization. And without effectively managing people, no amount of technology or capital can ensure success. So, primarily, this lecture is going to talk about three things. Number one, what is HRM? Number two, what are the trends that are shaping HRM? And number three, what are the current issues and challenges in HRM? Followed by references. So when we talk about what are the trends shaping HRM, we are going to discuss the following aspects. Number one, workforce demographics and diversity trends, changing work patterns, human capital emphasis, globalization trends, technology trends. When we are going to discuss the challenges in HRM due to the current issues, we are going to discuss internationalization of business, then global economic volatility, demographic and generational shift, technology and disruption and HRM 4.0, delivering the sustainable performance, and also managing change, followed by references. What is HRM? Human resource management, often referred to simply as HR, is a practice of recruiting, hiring, assigning, and managing personnel. It treats employees as valuable assets and human capital, aiming to maximize their contributions while minimizing the risks and optimizing ROI. If you talk about modern organizations, they increasingly use human capital management systems, especially large enterprises that rely on HR technology for handling tasks like recruitment, talent management, and compensation. So, HRM functions in different organizations. As you can see on the screen, there are small organizations and large organizations. So the scope of HRM becomes broader and also more specialized, broader and specialized as the organization grows from small to big. So let's take the example. In small organizations, usually HR generalists are there who handle multiple functions like hiring, payroll, training, and employee relations altogether. When we take the example of startup where only one or two HR managers are there who are managing everything. Now let me change the color. Let's talk about the large organization. What is the scenario in large organizations? They have specialized HR roles divided into departments such as recruitment. Then recruitment is also called talent acquisition in modern linguistics. Then training and development, then compensation and benefits, and employee relations, and immigration and compliance. For example, the big organizations like TCS and Infosys, there are separate teams for learning, payroll, and global mobility. So this is all about small organizations and large organizations. Then HRM functions. So if we talk about HRM functions, we talk about HRM which focuses on managing relationships in the workplace, managing relationships among people in the workplace. It ensures the organization uses that people, purpose, and structure more effectively. And we can say that it is an interdisciplinary field, drawing knowledge from, for example, management. They take the help of planning, organizing, and leading. Then in psychology, from psychology, they are taking the help of understanding human behavior because they are dealing with human as a resource. Then from sociology, They are learning group dynamics and culture. And in economics, they are talking about labor markets at the time of deciding the salary or the compensation. Then managing people is the most complex thing because every single employee is having a separate need, a different need, or you can say, sorry, a unique need. So employees are the most valuable asset in today's world. Competitive advantage comes not only from technology or the capital, but from the skills, commitment, and caliber of the people. Okay. On the basis of this introduction, there are few definitions which I would like to quote. For example, okay, fine. All these references are giving in the last slide, so you can just go to the last slide in this presentation and check all the references. So, for example, according to Story in 2007, HRM is a strategic approach to employment management aimed at gaining competitive advantage through a highly committed and capable workforce. Then the second definition talks about HRM ensures the effective use of people to achieve both organizational and individual goals. Then Dessler says HRM consists of policies, practices related to recruiting, training, rewarding, and appraising employees. So there are like these three definitions in order to make you understand what is HRM. This is the second part of the lecture where we are going to discuss what are the various trends that are going to shape HR. For example, workforce changes, then evolving work styles, then globalization, and also the technology. So let's begin with workforce, demographics, and diversity. As you can see that there is a skill shortage in the key sector, and it is pushing firms to hire non-traditional workers like freelancers and contractors. So India's young tech-savvy millennials offer innovation but require more job opportunities. Then the second one is changing work patterns. Let me change the color. Yeah. Okay. Changing work patterns. So there is a shift from manufacturing to service and the rise of remote work, freelancing, and gig economy platforms such as Uber, Ola, Airbnb, which create more flexible yet insecure work arrangements. And it is like challenging HR policies. Now, the next one is human capital focus. Organization view employee knowledge and skills as the key assets. Programs like, for example, Bank of Baroda's Baroda Anubhuti enhance engagement and performance through recognition, community service, and workshops. Then globalization. Companies expand abroad and increase the competition and cultural complexity. Indian IT faces visa restrictions, highlighting the need for the global HR strategies. Then technology trends. AI, that is artificial intelligence, machine learning, ML, cloud-based HR systems, and talent analytics revolutionize the recruitment, training, and decision making. Also, social media drives hiring, automation, and reshapes job roles. Overall, if we say that HR managers must adapt to these trends by innovating HR practices, leveraging technologies, and focusing on the talent development to stay competitive. This is the third part of the lecture where we are going to talk about the contemporary challenges for HR. The first challenges is internationalization of business. As you can see on the screen, globalization, BRIC nation and emerging economy is the first challenge. So globalization and the rise of BRIC nations. BRIC stands for Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and other emerging markets have created new business opportunities plus business opportunities and challenges. So HR must design policies that balance global integration with responsiveness to local cultural, economic, and also institutional conditions. So increasing workforce mobility also demands the effective management of cultural diversity and also the inclusion in the multinational organizations. The second challenge is global economy. Economic crisis, for example, global financial crisis lead to layoffs, frozen recruitments and budget cuts, posing challenges for managing morale and commitment of the employees. So during recovery, organizations face talent retention issues, rising pay demands and training needs. So HR must ensure fairness during both times, downturns and upturns to protect the employer brand and the employee trust. The second challenge is demographic trends. Number one, aging population. India has around 140 million, that is 10% people aged more than 60, which is projected to reach 340 million, around 20% by 2050. So, old age dependency ratio to double, and only 20% of the elderly will receive pensions. So the HR implication would be phased retirements, then retention of the experienced workers, and then pension friendly policies. Number two, migration and workforce diversity. When we talk about migration, urban migration diversifies workforces. For example, Kerala's youth workforce from age group 20 to 34 dropped from 50% in 1999 to 39% in 2011. So, cultural integration and reskilling and talent retention is going to be the biggest challenge for HR. Now, the final one is generational differences. Millennials make up to 70% of the workforce with 39% in the managerial roles. Gen Z plus millennials together constitute 52% of the population with a strong presence in the tech sector, that is 86 to 90%. Engagement. However, the engagement levels are low as only 20% of the Gen Z and 24% of the millennials thrive at work. The HR implications could be tailored engagement, reverse mentoring, and flexible policies. So, this is all about contemporary challenges as per the demographic trends in India. The next one is technology. Digital transformation in HR. As you can see, rapid advancements in AI, cloud computing, HRIS, and digital tools are reshaping HR operations in India. HR departments increasingly use automation and AI for the recruitment, workforce analytics, and performance management. However, this also raises concerns about the data privacy. Number two, remote and hybrid work models. As you all know that remote and hybrid work models have surged with a growing number of employees working either fully remotely or in hybrid arrangements. Companies like Cognizant, Infosys, and TCS have adopted hybrid policies, yet HR faces challenges in maintaining engagement, monitoring their productivity, and also addressing employee well being. Recruitment and AI adoption. Recruitment has undergone a digital transformation with many recruiters allocating significant budgets to AI tools. This time shift demands human oversight to avoid biasness, and additionally, a large proportion of hiring now takes place remotely in the hybrid formats, creating challenges in the candidate verification and also engagement. Cybersecurity and infrastructure challenges. have emerged as a major HR concern, with remote work increasing the risk of phishing and malware incidents. HR must collaborate with the IT teams to enhance security awareness, and infrastructure gaps such as unreliable internet connectivity and lack of proper home workplaces remain significant outside metro areas. Virtual collaboration and compliance. Managing virtual collaboration, employee isolation, and cross cultural communication requires HR to adopt effective digital engagement practice while ensuring alignment with the labor law compliance. HR plays a significant role in promoting TBL. TBL stands for Triple Bottom Line, which is a framework, business framework basically, that evaluates performance based on three dimensions. Number one, people. Number two, planet. And number three, profit. People means social equity and community well being. Planet means environmental stewardship. And profit means economic prosperity. So basically, TBL encourages organizations to go beyond the financial metrics, integrating the social and environmental consideration into their strategies. So the business cannot be just confined to the only monetary gains. They have to integrate the social aspect with the environmental being also into their strategies. So let's study the role which is being played by HR in promoting that triple bottom line, that is TBL, people, planet, and profit. Okay. So first one is ethical practices. HR ensures adherence to ethical standards and fosters a culture of integrity. Corporate social responsibility initiatives. Then HR collaborates in designing and implementing CSR programs that align with the organizational values. Then sustainability focused culture change. HR leads to the change management processes to embed the sustainability into the organizational culture. Then lastly, leadership development. HR develops leadership framework that prioritize ethical and sustainable decision making. There are some real Indian examples illustrating how TBL and HR got integrated. As we all know that integrating the triple bottom line, like triple P, into the business strategy is essential for long-term success. HR plays a significant role in embedding sustainability into the organizational fabric through ethical practices, CSR initiatives, and leadership developments. As you can see on the screen, the first company which we are going to discuss is Infosys, which has achieved carbon neutrality in 2020 and have sustained it for multiple years through energy efficiency, renewable energy adoption, and community-based carbon offsets. Number two is ITC Limited. There are many examples, but I have confined because I have given only two examples here. There are many more. And the best thing is all the references are given in the last of the slide on the, sorry, of the PPT. So you can just go and check and confirm. So the second company is ITC, which embeds a triple bottom line philosophy, economic, social, and environmental, where initiatives like e-Chopal, plastic neutrality, water stewardship, and climate smart agriculture. So as we can see on the screen that these two companies have played a significant, amazing role in the combining TBL and HR. There are three changes which are being observed. Number one, rapid market and technology and workforce shifts. Number two, digital overload and skill gaps and fragmented systems. Number three, resistance from the legacy structures. The question comes, how the HR is going to manage these changes? So this is a challenge again. The first thing could be skill mismatches and workforce rebalancing. So as we can take the example of TCS. in financial year 26. They announced the workforce reduction of approximately 12,000 roles, which is 2% globally. Mainly at the at the senior level and middle level, senior and middle level, due to the skill mismatches. But very important to understand, not AI replacing the jobs directly. So though extensive reskilling efforts were made, redeployment was not feasible for all affected roles. This underscores a core HR challenge, bridging the gap between the existing skills and those demanded by the rapid tech transformations. Number two is reskilling could be the strategy, reskilling and redeployment initiatives. So HR must lead large scale upskilling plus redeployment programs targeting cloud, AI, automation, and agile methodologies. So despite TCS efforts to retain impacted employees, not all could be redeployed, highlighting the limitations of the current transformation pathways. The third strategy could be adoption of HRM 4.0 and digital HR transformation. Leading organizations in India are adopting HRM 4.0, leveraging digital tools like HRM systems, AI integrated platforms, and analytics to drive precision making, improve efficiency, and reduce administrative costs. So, there are firms which are already doing it. So, this could be one of the ways how to deal with this kind of problem. This is the list of references which I have used in making this lecture. This is the second part. I hope you have a great learning experience understanding what is HR. Those who are new to the subject, I think this lecture is going to help you out in making the foundation of the subject at the very basic level. Thank you so much for watching. Happy learning.